Thank you for joining me this afternoon. The time is 4:35 Central, 5:35 Eastern, and we have a severe thunderstorm warning here in portions of Louisiana with the tornado possible tag on it, as there is some radar indicated rotation with this, as well as wind gusts up to 60 miles per hour. If you are included in this warning, you need to be very weather aware at the minute. Have a way on hand to receive severe weather alerts, okay? And that's going to actually apply for everybody that is in our tornado watch at the minute, because yes, we do have one. We have a tornado watch extending from southeast Texas going all the way back into southeastern Arkansas. Now, the main threat with this is going to be the tornado threat, actually, all right? Hail is more of a secondary threat, and then the damaging winds will kind of be the tertiary threat there. But this tornado watch reads a few tornadoes likely, isolated hail up to ping pong ball size hail possible, and then we also have scattered gusts up to 70 miles per hour likely, okay? So this is kind of an all hazards in play situation. The flooding's also going to be a pretty big deal. We do have a flash flood warning for Vernon County in Louisiana. That does include Leesville, Simpson, and New Llano, as well as Rose Pine here in Louisiana. There's going to be quite a few areas today that are going to see some heavy rain, okay? So yeah, this is going to be pretty interesting weather here over the next few hours. So let me go ahead and pull up the chat at the minute, the stream chat, see if anybody has any questions. If you have any questions about your location at all, just leave them down there. I do check chat pretty frequently on these streams. I cannot speak. The Storm Prediction Center outlook. We do have a hatched risk for tornadoes today, which also means Ryan Hall is live. So if there is a period of time where I'm not live and you need severe weather coverage, Ryan Hall will be there for you. He'll probably be live even into the nighttime hours. He grinds this weather stuff pretty hard, but yeah, this is the first severe thunderstorm warning of the event. It has been in effect for a little bit, and it was actually a little bit more impressive when the warning got issued there. But it's still a pretty impressive storm capable of producing gusty to damaging winds here for portions of central Louisiana. There is very, very minor rotation, which is why the tornado possible tag is on that, but a tornado is not immediately likely with this storm here. But it's just kind of a threat we'll have to watch out for with this storm later down the line here. So far, this event actually has kind of underplayed. We were expected to see severe weather, pretty intensely for the past couple hours now, and this is our only severe storm at the minute. So hopefully that's a sign for what's going to come with the rest of this event, but that does not mean that is what's going to happen. So, new reflectivity scan, still some small hail near Georgetown. We do have storm chasers Brad Arnold and then also Vince Welty on this storm right now. And we actually have quite a few live cams out in Mississippi that are kind of down the line from these storms here. We have this cam here in Louisiana. We'll go ahead and pull that up. That's from Browser, Louisiana. We see we got those overcast skies there. Let's see here. We'll bring up our Jackson, Mississippi live cam. And that should be good for a little bit here. Alright, so let's check out the rest of the area here at the minute. Really, these storms have been kind of sweeping through Texas, kind of now entering Louisiana and a little bit of western Mississippi maybe. But right now they're kind of centered around Louisiana here for Pollock, Olla, and Jenna. You're under that severe thunderstorm warning. Again, the main threat with that storm in particular is going to be damaging winds. We do have several special weather statements. These are going to be for your strong thunderstorms. In fact, we have one all the way up here in Iowa because, yes, this is going to be a double threat. Today we're going to be watching storms not only in the south, but also up here into the Midwest. We got another band of storms that could be strong to severe at times. So actually, we may pull up this cam here in northwest Iowa. I don't know, though. That area is not really under too much of a severe threat at the minute. But right now, none of the storms in Iowa are that impressive except for this one here that could be doing half-inch hail. Trained weather spotters reported half-inch hail with this storm, so I don't know. It does look like it may be growing just a little bit here. Actually, the hail core was a little bit bigger earlier, so we'll see what happens with this one. Maybe a slight gusty wind action there. We do actually have storm chaser Willard Sharp on that storm, so that's pretty nice. But most of our storm chasers are going to be down there in the deep south today, like Corey Gherkin, Brandon Kopic, Vince Welty. So new reflectivity scan. Yeah, really the hail has not been too much of a problem with this storm yet. Maybe some small hail to the east of Georgetown now, kind of the southeast of Georgetown, towards Zenoria and Hester. This is a pretty populated area here in central Louisiana. We kind of have a line of strong to severe storms, and part of that line is why this severe thunderstorm warning got issued, but the other part, like the southern part of it, is pretty intense well. Just kind of some strong thunderstorms, though, off to the east-northeast of Leesville. We can see our Jackson, Mississippi live cam is really shaking around pretty good there. We do have some gusty winds out there. We have a wind advisory for pretty much the entirety of the deep south and the Midwest at the minute. I mean, not the entirety, but a good portion of it. I actually have to use the bathroom here. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and put I'm going to go ahead and leave our live cams up, leave this up, but I'm going to put a BRB up here so that everybody knows that I will be right back. Yeah, I'm going to use the bathroom really quickly, and I'll be right back, everybody. So let's just go ahead and circle that, and yeah, I'll be right back. Alright, everybody, I am back. Sorry about that. Looks like no major updates to this storm here. Could be getting some higher winds here near Little Creek, but that's mostly contamination. So, this is kind of the beginning of this outbreak. It will get more intense later into the evening hours. It's kind of just starting to pick up here, but areas like Jackson, Mississippi, Meridian, Mississippi, Greenville, Mississippi, those are the areas that are included in this enhanced risk. Monroe, Louisiana. So those are going to be the main metros we're going to be watching tonight. Just kind of give you guys a general area. And then our Midwestern risk includes Omaha, Nebraska, Kansas City, that whole area. Our Jackson, Mississippi live cam is shaking around even more now. That's just the gusty wind activity. Not really a storm. I'm out there in the Midwest today, and these winds are even pretty high up here. Got about 40 to 50 mile per hour gusts moving through my area right now. Got some tree branches down, kind of blowing around some loose objects in my area. So, yeah, I mean, at the minute, not too intense once again. If you are not familiar with how I do things here, usually we do one live stream at the very start of the event, and then we end it and pick up when things are more active. And I'm kind of thinking that's where we're at right now. I do think a new tornado watch will be issued soon for parts of Mississippi that will be more high-end than this one. We do not have a mesoscale for this at the minute, though. We do actually have a mesoscale for the storms up in the Midwest. There's a 5% chance of a severe thunderstorm or tornado watch being issued for parts of western Iowa and northwest Missouri. Storms capable of hail, gusty wind, and an isolated tornado threat possible throughout the afternoon. In fact, that just expired, so yeah. There's not going to be too much activity up here in the Midwest, I don't think. Tomorrow we do have a slight risk of severe weather. I don't think tomorrow's going to be that big of a deal, though. It's a very small slight risk. It's kind of here for, like, Mobile, Pensacola, and that's pretty much it. And then we also have a marginal risk up in the Midwest tomorrow for the northern line of storms there. And then on our day 3 outlook, actually, we don't have anything. No severe threat. Maybe some isolated storms in the deep south. I think there's going to be a bigger storm once we get into early April, though. But until then, after this round of severe weather days goes by, we're good. But this is kind of the peak of it, so. Yesterday, we did officially have a tornado outbreak. There were 6 tornadoes, so believe it or not, that does classify it as a tornado outbreak. We had one in Finney County, Kansas. We had one on the Oklahoma-Texas Panhandle border area. We had one in Ochiltree County, Texas. One in Gove County, Kansas. One in Wilbarger County, Texas. And then there was also one, or there were actually 2 in Gove County, Kansas. And then we also had hail up to golf ball size yesterday in a few spots down there in Texas. And then also we had gusts 60 to 70 miles per hour at times. So yeah, just some facts about yesterday's tornado outbreak. This is contamination. These are not real winds here of 120 miles an hour. Do not worry. So, again, a weakening storm out here with just some minor rotation left. Some damaging winds. Let's see here. Let's take a look at a few live cams around the country before we end off this stream. Got northwest Iowa up there. Overcast skies. East Kentucky. Beautiful day out there. Perfect temperatures as well, pretty much. Charlotte, North Carolina. Very beautiful out there as well. We go into places like Gulfport. Very cloudy. And also windy. I think the severe weather threat for the Gulfport area is going to be on kind of the low to medium side. If that makes sense. By the way, this radar up here finally got installed. This is a new radar site in Louisiana. That's a pretty big deal. This area has been notorious for one of the worst radar holes in the country for a while. There have been so many streams where I'm like, dang it, we're in a really bad radar hole. It's usually from this area. And they finally fixed that, which is so nice. So huge props to the National Weather Service. Hopefully they can start filling in even more of those radar holes soon. We could really use some more radars out here in the western United States. Like, if you're in central Oregon, you don't really get any accurate coverage at all from the radar sites. Man, our Jackson, Mississippi cam, it's really bouncing around out there, huh? What kind of winds are we getting in that area? Only about 15 to 20 miles an hour at the minute. So yeah, this storm is traveling into, funnily enough, we were just talking about radar holes. It is traveling into a little bit of a radar hole, so it's going to be quite harder to look at now, but it looks to be weakening anyway. But it's a good thing we have storm chasers on it, because it is entering a pretty bad radar hole out here. Let's take a look at our blizzard here. We've still got very intense snow falling in areas like Kansas and Nebraska. You know, I'm sure you guys are like, what the heck is going on here? If you're in, like, central Kansas, let's say you're in Great Bend, Kansas. Yesterday you got severe thunderstorms, tornadoes in your area, and now you've got this huge pocket of heavy